when Donald Trump really endorses someone, he goes big. You've seen none of that for Lion Matt Gaetz. What does Trump know? Is Gaetz the informant? Gaetz hired Jeffrey Epstein's attorney. Another Epstein attorney approved the raid on Trump's house. Remember, Gaetz pressured Trump to give him a pardon, but Trump said no. Matt Gaetz puts himself first, ahead of Trump and ahead of you. Vote for a leader who will put America first. Vote for Marine Mark Lombardo.
I'm Mark Lombardo. I approve this message.
Mark Lombardo released that ad hitting Matt Gaetz in places that Republicans are afraid to be hit. Let's keep it real. If you're gonna have anything that's crossing Donald Trump, or an accusation, especially of crossing Donald Trump, you're in the crosshairs. That's just how these things work. So because of that, Matt Gaetz was forced to respond to that. Is he really, are you the informant? Are you the reasons why they're actually looking to serve some consequences to Donald Trump? Let's watch him respond.
I have to ask about your opponent, Mark Lombardo. Recent ads questioning the visit of Donald Trump Jr. today, suggesting some things. I have to ask you, while I have you or have you ever been an informant with the federal government?
No, of course not. And Mark Lombardo's recent ads are just the string in a very embarrassing campaign he's run, and I have every expectation that he'll have an embarrassing result tomorrow. You know, his name is Mark Lombardo, but in a lot of ways he was the mark. You know, liberal consultants.
Smooth line there, Matt. You know what? He was the mark. Oh, that's right. You're not the informant at all. In fact, you know, I was gonna vote for Matt Gaetz, but I was gonna vote for Lombardo, but he said he's the mark. It's all over. Anyways, he responded, but this is shaking up, I think, a bit of the MAGA-verse enough, at least, for Donald Trump Jr. to respond and also try to defend his boy Matt as well. Once you start giving accusations, they have to respond. That's half of the battle here when it comes to, I think, Lombardo's approach. Let's watch Junior.
I heard that I was coming up here to yell at Matt because apparently he was the FBI informant. And I'm saying, I've heard a lot of dumb things, especially since we got into politics. And especially since Joe Biden's become president, pretty much everything that comes out of his mouth is idiotic. That is truly one of the dumbest things I've ever heard. If there's ever been a fighter for the MAGA agenda for Donald Trump, but most importantly, for you and everything that you believe in, it's Matt Gaetz.
We'll see, because if there's ever been a fighter for the MAGA movement, it is Matt Gaetz. Let's hope that his potential legal issues don't catch up with him, and then that same guy is the face of the MAGA movement, as the son of the MAGA movement just said right there. But one more part about this, of course, this is Lombardo talking about it, but somehow Joe Biden is the one who accused Matt Gaetz of this, according to Trump Jr., because that's the way they try and spin things. This is Republican on Republican crime. Anyways, one more part about this, because the reasons why also Lombardo did this is because Donald Trump is paranoid. I've said this over and over again. This Rolling Stone article with Fed circling, Trump asks his allies, who is wearing a wire? So as this investigation's heating up, the former president and his advisors are pointing fingers and looking for rats. He's wondering who's wearing a wire, who's the rat, who's the guy who's telling all of my secrets to the FBI. Who is the guy? Sounds like a mob movie, but it's just real life in the head of the Republican Party, Pascal. Is he the rat though?
Oh, is he? I mean, I think
so.
That
he's not.
I don't think so either. But you know what happens to a sinking ship, right? All the rats just come out, right? They all try to escape, and they'll try to drag each other down as well. You know, when it comes to this, let's be real. If Trump is that paranoid and that concerned about what's going on, obviously he has something that he wants to hide. Obviously he has something that he doesn't want anybody else to know about. If there really is a rat, I don't know. I really don't think it's Matt Gaetz. Matt Gaetz has a laundry list of issues coming around the bend for him already. So I say Godspeed.
Yeah, this doesn't get him out of that trouble, right? I mean, the only potential deal that's happening is Joel Greenberg, his buddy, that did apparently strike a deal with feds over this sex trafficking, these accusations and charges that were against him, and many people are linking Matt Gaetz to it. So the thought would be which way can help them, because people are looking for power and they're looking for a way out of trouble. So if those two things do match up, that would put Matt Gaetz in that type of character. But I mean, I think this is from Lombardo's point of view, it's just to get things riled up. No, I don't think anyone takes it that seriously, but it'd be pretty fun if it was Gaetz. He's sick and tired of this. He's been the mole the whole time. He's been the spike in the side of Donald Trump's side. It sucks, but you never know who you can trust when you have a bunch of thieves around you.